Do a great job with crowd control at major public events and are the friendliest horses you'll ever meet.
I know it's only early days, Paula, but no problem so far. Everything going to plan, which is terrific. And that beautiful sound at the back comes from Drum Major Sergeant Peter Bannister, leading our very own WA Police Pipe Band. Our world champions, winners of the World Championship Grade 2 and recently promoted to Grade 1. We have the ever-popular West Australian Police Pipe Band. Great to have them along again.
And there behind them we have our walking Christmas tree, saying hello to everyone along the way. Decked out especially for the RAC Channel 7 Christmas pageant, we welcome these fabulous walking Christmas trees.
And have a look at that, Paula. That is the biggest Christmas cake I have ever seen, bringing lots of Christmas wishes to all who have come along to see this wonderful parade. Is the Channel 7 cake, so we might get to eat it. Wouldn't that be good? Christmas stockings and presents. And on board, we'll see them in just a moment, Alison Fan from the 7 Nightly newsroom and Joanna Rouse from Today Tonight. And I reckon they would both be looking fabulous tonight. It's a big night for Joanna and Alison. They were very excited all week at work, weren't they?
They were. I think everyone has been. It's a wonderful night tonight, and look at those beautiful skies above it.
Magnificent. Now, here's the kids on board. They're having a great time as well. We say hello to the fabulous Christmas stockings. And there's Ali.
Hi, Ali.
And Joanna, along with the students from Dance Force.
Lots of smiling faces there.
Well, it is Christmas, isn't it? Look at those presents.
Also from Dance Force, we welcome the girls from Rio with their brightly coloured costumes. Thanks for joining us for the pageant.
They look terrific, don't they?
Magic.
And right behind them, 3 wise men. Now, I'm going to get these people to help me with my football tipping next year because they're wise men. They know everything. They've travelled all the way from Northern to join us, the Blue Gun Camel Farm, and it's great to have them along as well. And as you said, Paula, that sky, magnificent, isn't it? A beautiful night. We were a little bit worried about the rain, but no problems at all.
No problems at all, and it's lovely and warm. Very nice. And behind the wise men, we have the nativity float. For many people, our next float represents the true meaning of Christmas, and everyone's waving there. Isn't that lovely to see? It's the 1999 nativity float. On board are members from the GFS, which is an Anglican church organisation for young people. Members enjoyed a wide range of fun activities, including camping, hiking, and the opportunity to develop other skills with a caring environment. And they look like they're having fun.
Yeah, they sure are, as are these people, the One Voice Youth Choir, consisting of young people from different churches throughout the hills who have come together for the pageant. Let's have a little listen. They're having some fun, aren't they?
Oh, having a smooth ride in this wonderful Studebaker Bullet Nose, we welcome our very own Channel 7 personalities. Susanna Carr, Rick Arden and Dennis Cometti in the front there.
I've got a copy of the rules here, Paula. Now, the oldest person got to sit in the front, so that's why he's just taking it nice and easy. Don't get up, Dan. We'll be okay. And right behind, well, this great sound. Every year a great sound. The marching in great time. We welcome the Perth Concert Band, dressed very smartly in red and black. The band was founded in 1920 and is very proud to be an A-grade champion.
And the YAL Avant-Garde. They say this keeps you fit and healthy and are interested in new members. Maybe you could join up, Basil.
Maybe.
Very smartly dressed in their black and red and black Busby hats. And they look very smart indeed tonight.
And right behind them, I think we can see the lotto balls. I wonder if this is the numbers for next week's draw, Paula. Make a copy of them, will you? Here's the supplementary number. From our friends at the Lotteries Commission, we welcome their Christmas sleigh. And on board tonight, students from the Centre of Performing Arts, wishing everybody a very Merry Christmas.
Yes, and they're looking wonderful there, waving, big smiles. Magic, they're those reindeers.
I wonder if they get to find out the lotto numbers sitting on the lotto float.
Wouldn't it be nice? And Latin music has been extremely popular this year, especially with the sounds from Ricky Martin and Jennifer Lopez. Tonight, students from the Just Jazz Talent Company join us, dressed in laser sequins.
And right behind, carrying the boomerang to lead things off, it's the Noongar Dance Group, who have toured the world displaying the dance of the Noongar people and their culture. Now, they were awarded the 1988 Sir David Brand Tourism Award for Heritage and Cultural Tourism. Their friends have joined in to make it a great dance team. Good on them. Nice to see them along tonight. Big group, isn't it?
It is a big group.
Award winners, and good on them. Great to have them along.
And the bear everyone loves and loves and loves, presented by HBF. He has dressed up tonight in SES overalls. And the SES is proudly sponsored by HBF. SES do a wonderful job in our community. We thank them very much, and HBF is part of their team. Also on board, members of the Marching WA. They participate in the sport of precision marching and are part of the under-9 and under-12 sections. They learn the skills of precision marching in an atmosphere of fun and friendship.
And that's Ted, isn't it, Paula?
That's Ted.
Now, Ted looks a lot bigger tonight than I'm used to seeing him on the commercials.
On the commercials, for sure.
Now, here's a group that we could be a part of, Paula. Well, maybe. Talent 2000 Dance Academy tonight, representing the pageant of the century with a millennium look in striking silver and black costumes. Talent 2000 celebrating a very successful year. They won Dance Week 1999. And speaking of 1999, we'll be back with more of this year's Christmas pageant right after the break.
Pageant, and from the bygone era of movies, Laurel and Hardy, and also joining them, that wonderful character of stage and screen, Charlie Chaplin. And look at all the kids running across to say hello.
Yeah, it's great, and that great sound you can hear, nothing like the sounds of the bagpipes in a parade, and this next group is no exception. Please welcome the Kalamunda Pipe Band, which was formed in 1976. Tonight, led by Drum Major Willie Young. Beautiful sound, isn't it?
Lovely. And look, it's the RAC van.
Paula, I've got to ask, can you afford not to be a member?
Next up, the Sandinista Puppets and Figures, a non-profit organisation dedicated to introducing people to arts and performance. They offer a high-energy atmosphere of rhythm, music and theatre that is interactive and infectious to the spectator. They involve people in music regardless of their experience, and you can see that tonight. They look like they're having loads of fun.
Sure do. I reckon they'd have a big party on New Year's Eve, wouldn't they?
Yes, their costumes are vibrant, colourful and dynamic.
Know how to celebrate, I think. Got big ears, that boy.
Who does that remind you of, Basil?
Nobody I know. Well, they're having a great time, and we welcome to the RAC Channel 7 Christmas pageant this year the Family and Children's Services Positive Parenting Float. The float shows 3 families spending quality time together. We have a mother reading a Christmas story to her children, a family birthday celebration, and lastly, a family enjoying a traditional Aussie barbecue. Great to have them along, and a great example for everyone.
Indeed. Joining us now, some very futuristic motorbikers in racy costumes designed for speed and good looks, and they've got plenty of good looks. We hope they keep to the speed limit. Thanks for joining us. The students from Vogue Entertainment Performance Group.
And right behind them, the crazy Keystone Caper Cops, bringing us their own kind of silliness. Now, we're not too sure if it's the cops chasing the crooks or the crooks chasing the Caper Cops, but either way, they're having a lot of fun.
Yeah, chaos indeed.
TVW 777, the number plates on the car, the Caper Cops.
And you can hear, here they are, the brilliant Midland Brick Brass, always a welcome sight at the RAC Channel 7 Christmas pageant. Under the direction of conductor Ed Martin, they've won the state A-grade championships for 20 consecutive years. We congratulate them on their performance tonight.
Sounding good, that's for sure, and one of my favourites from St Andrew's Grammar. The students are of Greek and non-Greek background, dressed in traditional Greek costumes that represent many different parts of Greece.
And from the chilly North Pole to the warmy, balmy night of the pageant, we welcome our cuddly polar bears. The polar bear family from the centre of rhythm brings a special greeting from Coca-Cola, and they wish you well.
It'd be pretty cold on there, wouldn't it?
Very.
They've got their jumpers. Please welcome the theatrically costumed group from the Beverly Margaret Studio of Rockingham and Baldivis, as they show off a variety of costumes such as Christmas elves, Alice in Wonderland, and Carmen Miranda and the Mask.
Oh, aren't they great? Dressed up very nice. Oh, and some fairies.
Yes, you'd better watch out. You'd better beware. Fairy Queen Caroline and Beehive the Bear are watching the boys and girls so that they can tell Santa who's been good and who's been bad. Along with the Christmas fairies, they spread happiness and joy and wish everyone a fairy Merry Christmas. Wrote that myself,
nice.
Paula. Nice, huh?
You can tell. Next up, the Cinderella float. And our handsome Prince Charming tonight is West Coast Eagle champion Scott Cummings.
Hooray!
Our Cinderella is Claire Bristow, who won this special honour through a PMFM 92.9 radio competition.
What a dashing duo. And the next group, the Calisthenics Association of Western Australia, bringing us this next colourful group dressed in national folk dance costumes from the Ukraine and from Hungary. Couple of side steps, couple of forward steps.
All in time,
And around
looking
they go.
great. The next couple of guys are really heating up the pageant. with their incredible fire-eating expertise. We welcome Scott Guilford and Derek Nana.
There's a pharmacy just around the corner. You can get something for that. And there's Chris Main Waring. G'day, Maney. And Yvette Mooney from 7 Nightly News.
And this is the RAC car that we told you to look out for a little earlier, with over 10,000 lights on it.
Fantastic, isn't it? And 2 shining stars inside the car. Yvette and Maney. G'day, guys. This is the TS Marmion Drums Group. We welcome them. The award winners for the most efficient unit in WA for 1999. In addition to drumming cadets, are trained in sailing, boat handling, naval skills and camping.
And please welcome Barry and Robert Lean, their father and son teams, on their unicycles. Robert has only been riding for 12 months but has already developed excellent skills.
They're clowning around, aren't they? Having a lot of fun. It takes a lot of skill to do that, I'm sure.
Everyone loves the colour and splendour of a Christmas tree, and even more so when it's a talking Christmas tree like ours. Presented tonight by O'Hearns, our beautiful Christmas passengers on board from the M&M School of Dancing.
That is a wonderful Christmas tree, isn't it?
Very
talking
spectacular.
Christmas tree.
Yes, very special Christmas tree.
And right behind, keeping a watch over us, are these beautiful Christmas angels in silver outfits and cloud-type shoes, all students from the Charlesworth Youth in Arts Group.
And the poor old woman in the shoe, no angels here. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. But tonight, these children are on their best behaviour because Santa's watching.
It's a big boot. Maybe Tony Lockett used to use a boot like that to kick goals with.
Maybe it is Tony's boot.
Well, you never know. There they go around the corner and the little kids waving. It'd be a good view from up there, wouldn't it?
Oh, wonderful.
I'm sure they're having a good time. As are this group, the Broadway girls from M&M School of Dance, showing us some fabulous dance steps, a bit of creative dancing, Paula, and good outfits, aren't they?
Lovely.
Look at
very pretty girls as well.
Cabaret nightclub act. They look fantastic. Around they go.
And to add some history to our pageant, we welcome this wonderful 1899 Stanley steam buggy. They certainly wouldn't have needed speed cameras back then. It can be viewed at the Western Australia Motor Museum at Whiteman Park, along with other vintage vehicles.
And that sound we can hear is coming from the Scotch College Pipe Band, raised in 1947. In June 2000, the Pipe Band is travelling to Nova Scotia, Canada, to participate in the International Tattoo, which is held in Halifax. We wish them well tonight. Thanks for coming along to the RAC Channel 7 Christmas pageant.
And some Scottish dancers for your wee lassies and laddies. The Cooper School of Dancing brings us Scottish Highland dancers.
A couple of clowns getting involved in the Christmas pageant.
And having loads of fun by the looks of things.
And from way down south of America, we have the Mississippi Steamer with traditional jazz music from the Storyville Jazz Band. On board tonight, a couple of broadcasting legends, gamblers, and they are none other than Lloyd Lawson and David Hawkes. I don't think they're gamblers in real life, Paula.
No,
just on
tonight.
The float.
Lots of lights on that one. Doesn't look spectacular as it comes around the corner.
And a Christmas carol in jazz. And
to another era, the Let's Dance Studio and Jazz Bells have travelled back in time tonight to the fun-filled era of the 1920s. Would have been great fun then. And some beautiful blue costumes there from the Let's Dance group. Look like they're having loads of fun.
It's a long way round. This group, who, what, why, where? Juggling and having some fun, and there they go.
And making their way into view now, the happiest little engine from Kahuna Wildlife Park. He might look blue, but in fact, Thomas the Tank Engine is tickled pink to be with us, and lots of people on board tickled pink to be with us as well.
And this is the West Winds Concert Band with a spring in their step. We welcome them along tonight, and Challenge Band tonight looking very smart in their yellow and green shirts. The great sound as well. Let's have a little listen.
Wonderful, and Christmas is a wonderful time for having fun, and everyone loves having their picture on television, don't they, Baz?
Sure do.
Our 7 Nightly News video wall float gives the thousands of people watching tonight's pageant the chance to do just that on board. Somewhere in there, we say hello to a couple of our co-workers from the news team, Paul Caddock and Graham Butler.
And one of our very focused cameramen. I wonder who... Oh, he's not so focused. That was Seaton Mead. Hello, Seaton.
And members of the Ancient Egypt Society of WA are up next presenting an Egyptian festival. This organisation is 3 years old and has over 140 members.
Long way to come from Egypt, Paula, so we thank them very, very much for coming along. And right behind them, a float full of fun and fantasy as we enter the make-believe world of Peter Pan, sailing the world in search of adventure and making mischief along the way. Now, our Peter Pan tonight, from Today Tonight, is Simon Dowding, and the lovely Tinkerbell is the beautiful Amanda Walsh. Now, let's have a look and see if we can...
There she is, with the tiara and the wings. Doesn't she look like Tinkerbell?
Stunning.
And there's Simon.
Looks like a clown. No, Peter Pan is having a great time, and good on him.
And some psychedelic outfits now from the Rosemary Fox Dance Academy. These students are extremely pleased to perform for us this evening, and I especially like their green wigs. Basil, do you like their green wig?
Green wigs, are they? I'm glad they're wigs. I thought maybe they've been doing a few too many laps in the chlorine swimming pool.
Could be the look for the new millennium.
Well, might catch on, you never know.
They look great tonight.
Psychedelic purple, isn't it? And a couple of clowns there from Channel 7. We welcome along Ben and Ron, part of the Neighbourhood Electric Vehicles, kindly loaned to us by Sea-Doo Watercraft Centre, Rivervale. They certainly look like a lot of fun.
Here they are, going round and round.
No speed cameras out tonight, I hope.
And the Rockingham City Pride Band was formed in June 1995. It's their first Channel 7 Christmas pageant, and we welcome them along. With the support of the Rockingham City Council and the Lotteries Commission, the band has grown to become Western Australia's Grade 4 State Country Pride Band for this year. And we congratulate them on that.
And a couple of dribblers at the back there, actually a little more skillful than dribbling, spinning that ball around the Pearlers basketball demonstration team, Perth's Basketball Wizards. They perform spectacular and entertaining ball skills at venues and schools throughout Perth, the program aiming to improve children's coordination and confidence. And I think they're pretty confident, aren't they?
Indeed. Some breakers and wildcats in there, I'm sure. Our next float, brought to us by West Australian newspapers, is depicting the Ed Supplement, which focuses on young people aged between 8 and 14. It makes great reading and gives lots of games, entertainment, competition and prizes. And on board tonight, some young students from the Just Jazz Talent Company, bringing us some Christmas cheer. And there they are, waving along, big smiling faces. Great to have them along tonight.
Yes, and behind our friends from the West Australian, Yankee Doodle students from the dance gallery, bringing us Yankee Doodle Dandy, all dressed appropriately in an array of stars and stripes. And they also show us some fancy twirls with their bright walking sticks. As we watch our friends from the dance gallery, we'll be back with more of the 1999 RAC Channel 7 Christmas pageant in just a moment.
7 Christmas pageant, and there's Annie the Clown, Bonza, Spot, Dot, Crackles, Happy and the gang. It's Annie's 11th pageant and the Clown Society's 6th. The Clown Society was formed to foster clowning around as an art form. It's a lot of fun. I'm sure they do it very well.
And right behind them, welcome to the Fire and Emergency Service Authority in a 1954 Dennis with a Rolls-Royce engine and some loud bells. This vehicle was in service from 1954 for 23 years. During that period, it was used extensively for major fires and was reported to travel in excess of 160 kilometres per hour. Now, the crew are wearing period costumes complete with brass firefighting helmets. The Fire and Emergency Service Authority celebrating its centenary in 1999, and they develop a firefighters memorial to pay tribute to firefighters who have lost their lives.
And the Macedonian Folklore Ensemble Illenden of the Macedonian United Society of WA is displaying a number of costumes from the various parts of Macedonia. They perform for us tonight the typical Macedonian dance called the Ord.
And right behind them, we can hear that great sound of the concert band division of the City of Perth Band appearing in the Christmas pageant for the very first time as a separate band. The concert band performs under the baton of Director of Music Bill Farrell, and there's a big band with a big future.
And the biplanes float up next, the Sharon Little School of Dance. And if you listen carefully, you can hear the magnificent men in their flying machines. And what magnificent flying machines they are, Basil.
Well, they look a little wonky, but I reckon they'd get there.
As long as they stay in the sky, that's fine.
Around they go, ready for takeoff. We've got magnificent men and some magnificent young women in those flying machines, haven't we? And right behind them, the Can-Can. We travel to Gay Paris and welcome beautiful French girls. We can see some Can-Can girls, artists in smocks and berets, and some mademoiselles in beautiful blue dresses, all from the Sharon Biddle's School of Dance.
And there you can see some St. Bernards with a history of the Alpine Rescue Dog, and aren't they beautiful creatures indeed?
Yes, they sure are, and they'd be pretty busy. There's Gemma Tognini from 7 Nightly News on Santa's workshop float, brought to us by our friends at the RAC. A busy workshop with cuties from Chrissy Westwood Modelling Agency, overseen by Bruce and Peter. That's the elves on board. From 7 Nightly News, as I said, Gemma Tognini. And somewhere on that float, Miranda Eastman.
There's Miranda over the other side waving. Hello, Miranda.
Hi, Miranda. They're very busy, aren't they, getting all the presents ready in Santa's workshop, doing a great job.
Yes, they're helping Santa get ready for the big day. And with a celebration for the year 2000, the Chrissy Westwood Modelling and Casting Agency also celebrates 20 years of helping Perth's models and dancers. And we have some here tonight as French showgirls. In the festive spirit, look at them. They look wonderful in their red costumes. And very athletic, making their way around the pageant tonight, smiling and walking their way through.
It's a long, long way. Oh, and the flip, yeah, a long, long way
nice.
around, isn't it? So it's a great effort for the girls to keep this effort up all the way around. And just behind them, the Te Aro Hanui Club, accompanied by the Te Redonga Tamariki Club, which stands for Voices of Our Children. Now, they were formed 22 years ago to teach the culture to our children and to perform to the people of WA. We also welcome to the pageant the Te Karangatahi Voices of the People canoe, the people on board the canoe wearing different costumes which represent the uniting of some of the New Zealand groups in WA. We welcome them along, and look at the fun they're having here, Paula. Some traditional Maori song.
Ooh.
I wonder if we'll get a tongue. There we go. Like the haka,
and
isn't it?
And a couple more.
Yeah, they're ready for rugby union action, I think.
And now the Perth Tram, supplied by the Perth Tram Company. This has been operating for 13 years from the city to Burswood, with special tours through Kings Park and the University of WA. And on board tonight, we say hello to students from Sharon Biddle Dance Calisthenics Association of WA, and we welcome for the first time characters from the Fairy Godmother's Enchanted House.
There it goes, the Burswood Resort Casino tram winding its way around the corner. Jumped on that at Kings Park once or twice before. It's a fun way to travel through the city, isn't it?
Great way.
Next up, the Girls and Boys Brigade, a Christian youth organisation for girls and boys aged between 6 and 21, providing potential for leadership, skills for the future while having fun, doing lots of things like abseiling, canoeing, horse riding, making friends, and a lot more. And they're pretty busy waving there, so they're obviously having a good time tonight as well.
It looks like it. And drumming up a storm, we welcome the Drum Corps of the West Australian Air Training Corps. They've achieved some of the highest honours in drumming exams, and we thank them for coming along tonight to entertain us. Oh, and all the world loves a clown, don't they, Basil? And the Gosnells PCYC have some tumbling clowns, and there they go. Oopsie. Glad they landed on their feet. These children learn gymnastics, which include handstands, tumbles and flips. Their colourful costumes and bright faces to show they're happy clowns. Their aim is to make everyone else happy. Are you happy, Basil?
I'm very happy, Paula, because I'm sitting next to you, and here we say hello to the Perth Soapbox Club, aimed at boys and girls between 6 to 17 years of age. The soapboxes have no motors and rely on gravity to propel them. The club meets once a month at Wanneroo, and I reckon it looks like a lot of fun.
It does. For their first pageant, we welcome the WA Romany Association. Turnpike dressed in traditional costumes. There they are. Some tambourines. Oh, look in the background. It's one of my favourite floats.
Yes, and one of mine. Well, how come I always get this one? It is one of the most popular floats in the RAC Channel 7 Christmas pageant. My old mate, Pinocchio, the little boy made of wood who was very, very naughty. And every time he told a lie, his nose would grow a little bit longer. Doesn't say much for me, does it? For this Christmas pageant, though, he must be on his very best behaviour. And his nose is back to normal. I've got to learn his secret. I'm going to chat to him after the pageant, that's for sure. On his best behaviour, proudly presented by Bunnings Warehouse. And on board tonight, we see students from the Charlesworth Youth in Arts.
So were you a very naughty boy?
Well, That may be one way to explain it.
May the force be with you. These wonderful space creatures have travelled from out of space to join us for the pageant tonight, all students from the Centre of Performing Arts. But they look like happy aliens, so we welcome them along tonight. They're allowed to be here.
Yes, they've been invited to be in the pageant. They haven't gate crashed out. Some very transparent skirts there, Paula.
See right through them.
Not a lot of material there, is it?
That's the look of the future, Basil.
Do you think so?
I think we'll see those on the catwalks of Milan very shortly.
I think we're going to like the future, Paula. And these are the Trailblazers mini Jeeps, a safe ride-in amusement device designed specifically for child entertainment. They're governed to a safe speed of just 6 kilometres per hour with individual remote-controlled ignition cut-off system. So I don't think anything could go wrong for the little kids. 6 kilometres an hour, they look like a lot of fun, even if that one at the back couldn't go straight.
And the Perth Highland Pipe Band under Drum Major David Whitemarsh and Pipe Major Andrew McCormick. We welcome the Perth Highland Pipe Band. The band performs at functions in the city and country and competes interstate and overseas. They're currently state champions, grade 3, and have been performing for 53 years. Have a listen. They're wonderful.
Right behind the Perth Highland Pipe Band, we see a collection of adorable elves, fairies, witches, Indians and pirates from the company Pirates and Pixies in My Garden.
And the Burswood Resort brings us the submarine float. On board tonight as the submarine captain is 7 Nightly newsman Jeff Parry. Looking very smart there in his captain's hat and jacket, doesn't he look the part? Glad to see you made it back safely from East Timor, Jeff.
Yes, Captain Jeff, accompanied by his cadets. That's Nicole and Caitlin. Now, that's Jeff's daughters. They're having a lot of fun up there. So I think they'd be pretty happy to have their dad home, wouldn't they?
Oh, indeed. I think they would have missed him terribly.
He's been to one of the world's trouble spots and been reporting on it for 7 Nightly News. He's done a great job. And Caitlin and Nicole, they're making sure that their dad is safe and sound while he's at home. He's going back, of course, to cover the Christmas festivities for 7 Nightly News. So well done to Jeff Parry and Nicole and Caitlin. And now with a Latin beat, we welcome students of Aliet's Dance Academy. They look beautiful in their Latin American outfits with red and gold trims, lots of frills, red sequins. And again, another very energetic group dancing their way right around the parade.
Here's another energetic group, complete with dragon. I think this must be one of the noisiest groups in the pageant. They're the fabulous Chung Hua Association. With them, they have a lion and dragon dance troupe. The dragon looks fabulous there, very colourful. Now this dragon has never been seen in Perth before, and it's certainly very vibrant and colourful.
Never been seen before, it's been hiding, huh?
Must have been.
Oh, I wonder if it'll make an appearance for Chinese New Year. I think it might. Big festivities, of course, from our Chung Hua Association here in Perth, and I'm sure this particular dragon, even though it's been in hiding, Paula, will make another appearance for Chinese New Year. One of the boys in blue there having to get out of the way.
Now this would take a lot of skill. I think they must have practiced a lot to get it all in sync.
It probably looks to us as though they just run around and have a great time and go which way, whichever, but I think they know exactly what they're doing, don't they? A well-rehearsed manoeuvre.
You couldn't have that dragon getting out of control.
You certainly couldn't. Nothing worse than an out-of-control dragon, is there, Paula? And we look forward to the Christmas Day feast, of course. This is brought to us this year by Watsonia, one of WA's oldest established companies. And helping us to enjoy the feast are some students from Aliet's Dance Academy, dressed beautifully as Christmas toys, soldiers and Christmas dolls. And there it is, the big Watsonia ham, the big spread for Christmas Day with a pudding. There's a candelabra there, Paula.
Candelabra.
Some little salt and pepper shakers.
Bread, and old Mother Hubbard carving it up for all the children.
The Watsonia feast, and we've got lots more coming up right here on the 1999 RAC Channel 7 Christmas pageant in just a moment.
And a breakdown van you'll need when you're stuck on the side of the road. And adding to the Christmas theme, we see some Christmas delights from Shirley Comets, dressed beautifully in Christmas outfits. Merry Christmas to you all.
Thank you very much, Paula. And right behind from the Rollerdrome Balcatta, we welcome a group of skaters and rollerbladers. Rollerdrome Balcatta is a great place to go for fun in a safe and friendly environment. It's the home to a group of successful artistic and speed skaters, most of which have competed for Western Australia, and some of these have also competed for their country. having a great time.
Fabulous.
Right behind them, there they are, the Gloucester Park Express. All aboard the Gloucester Park Express. It makes its big appearances to amuse the children at Gloucester Park Trot Nights.
And the Combined Districts Concert Band is the largest band taking part in the pageant this evening. They're wearing red Santa hats, white marching jackets with gold trim. Don't they look smart? Now, they've been the state A-grade concert band champions for 5 consecutive years.
And right behind our next group, Marching WA incorporated the colourful array of uniforms and white marching boots are recognised as the hallmark of precision marching, a challenging and disciplined sport. It provides fun and enjoyment for members from 5 to 85.
Uh-oh, it's the wildest, wackiest fire engine in town. They're next. And the crazy firemen crewing it are from Young Variety. If you have a fire, we don't suggest you call these guys.
No, not a good idea, is it? We saw some firefighters before, and these guys just a little bit different, as is this group, a colourful group, moving to the drum beat of Elias Nachef's drumming, the wonderful arabesque belly dancers, bringing mystique and a different type of dance to the streets of Perth on this wonderful night of the RAC Channel 7 Christmas pageant.
And some young belly dancers in there as well.
It's a long, long way to belly dance around the streets of Perth, but they're doing a good job.
Next up, the biggest car you've ever seen. Freshly washed and polished for tonight's fabulous pageant, this fantasy car is brought to us by Duncan Nessert. On board, we see students from the Rock and Roll Association giving us all a big hello. Hello, girls.
Now, Paula, I've got to ask, are they old enough to be driving that car?
I don't know.
Might check their licences, huh? And right behind, well, I'd recognise that music anywhere. The 50s rock and roll dancing. It's experiencing an enormous revival in WA, and tonight we have a group of young people selected to represent the various 50s rock and roll groups. The girls in their pretty petticoats and their full circle dresses, and the boys with their slick back hair and tough image, reminiscent of the 50s era. You know, Paula, rock and roll, it'll never die.
No. And for the car enthusiast, we welcome the Junior Hot Rods. They're aged from 6 to 15 years of age, and the sons and daughters of members of the Australian Street Rod Association. I think they'd be a lot of fun.
And just behind, some Mardi Gras jazz. We welcome the RA Jazz Orchestra, which is made up of students from Anderson College of Music, looking very smart in their royal blue and black outfits. Some jazz. Some more jazz.
I like jazz. Do you like jazz, Basil?
Very nice indeed.
And wearing 4 different kinds of costume, we welcome members from the Filipino-Australian Youth and Cultural Group. Their costumes are Highland tribal from the north, rural peasant, found in many parts of the country, and the famous Maria Clara and mestiza dresses, strongly influenced by the Spanish who colonised the Philippines in the 16th century.
And here comes a couple of friends of mine, Paula, the Circus Carousel Float, and George, Adrian Barrage from 7 Nightly News, and Lockie Reed. They're cracking their whips. Now, what's happened to Barra? Why can't he fit that hat on his head? Hasn't got too big, has it, Paula?
I'm not saying a thing.
We're just keeping our eyes on everything. Now, this float was built in the studios and the workshop of Channel 7. Barra and Lockie on board having a great time, and thanks to Chris Ford and his crew, they've added a lot of colour and glitz to this wonderful evening with their special construction, the Circus Carousel Float.
Magnificent, and the carnival has just arrived. Students from the Centre of Rhythm have certainly added to the festive season with all the fun, frolic and glamour that comes in a happy time of year.
This sure is a happy time of the year, isn't it? Must be a good time of the year to grow some flowers, Paula, because that's what the people behind them have done. The float brought to you by Kings Park and Botanic Garden, known for its beauty and wonderful tranquility. As you can see on the float, 2 native plants of WA, the kangaroo paw and the banksia. And hiding right down the bottom of the garden, we see some cuties from Rhythm and Tempo Dance Studio.
And introducing Jodie Waldock Dance Factory dancers from Wanneroo, presenting the very talented intermediate group, dressed as lotus flowers to complement the Kings Park float. And don't they look great in their electric blue outfits?
And right behind, the La Gitanas, which means the Gypsies. It's a group of friends who like to get together to perform Spanish dance. They all have in common a love for the music and dance of Spain, particularly the flamenco culture of the Gypsies from the south of Spain.
And we welcome the Fremantle Sailing Club Pipes and Drums, who are off to Edinburgh, Scotland in August 2000 for the Millennium Mass Band Competition. This will be the biggest ever gathering, and they're going for the Guinness Book of Records. We wish them all the best. Yes, how wonderful.
Right at the back there, the futuristic girls straight from the set of the movie The Matrix. Their contrasting colours of gold, pink and silver certainly add a flickering, shimmering effect to the streets of Perth.
And for a different beat with a country and western theme, Chicken Treat brings us the Chicken Shed float on board tonight, bringing us some great boot scooting music. We welcome the band Black Label. And Black Label take us to a break. We'll be back in just a moment with more of the RAC Channel 7 Christmas Pageant.
99 RAC Channel 7 Christmas Pageant, and keeping the beat with the band is the Silveranos Boot Scoot Dance Company, taking their line dancing to the streets to entertain you all. It's a fabulous pastime taking off right around Perth, so check out the clubs in your area.
And the West Coast Rodeo Queen for 1999 is Tracy Jessup, accompanied by the oldest competing cowboy, Bud Crockett, and the WA Princess, Michaela Clampett.
And the West Coast Rodeo circuit is a growing sport and a fantastic family outing with top competitors in WA. Tonight they've joined in the parade with their 1999 Rodeo Queen to bring you some hip-hopping, thigh-slapping yeehaw.
And here's one of the favourites. It's the very popular pageant piece. Yes, sir, it's the hard-working scooper. This steam shovel has been very busy, little shovel, cleaning the streets of Perth, ready for tonight's pageant. Well driven by little Ant Nichols.
And following up behind Scooper the Crane are the Pure Motion dance mechanics dressed in their very bright overalls and caps. Now, no toolboxes, but we are sure they're ready for any breakdowns. They could help our friends at the RAC.
I'm sure they could. And this is Sean Jarvis, the Jedi Master at Flatland Freestyle, who travels around WA performing the Freestyle Now Bicycle Trick Show. Sean has been freestyling for over 13 years and is very good at it by the looks of things.
I think the kids would say that's sick or mad. That's the in words at the moment, isn't it? And these guys are pretty, and they always are, on board of bears and rabbits with Fat Cat's mum, Percy and King Teddy. They all look like they're having a fantastic time.
And the Southern District's brass band is once again marching in the uniform of red and black, the band's colours. In previous Channel 7 Christmas pageants, this band has marched as the Young Australian League brass band. Southern Districts have been part of the community in the town of Victoria Park for over 30 years and continue to be an active performer in that local area.
And here's the Bhangra dance group representing the Sikh community of Perth. They're originally from the states of Punjab in North India, where they perform a folk dance to celebrate successful harvesting season and for other joyous occasions. Colourful costumes worn by the dancers represent the traditional outfit of the Punjab villagers. An integral part of Bhangra is the traditional drum, which you can hear, which provides the basic rhythm for the dance.
And all aboard the Toyland train presented by the City of Perth, our engine driver tonight, Howard Gretton from 7 Nightly News.
And I know Howard's kids will be watching. Hello to Ella and Holly, who will be sitting at home watching right now. Their dad, Howard, doing a good job. And hello also to the children from the Up-Tempo Dance Studio. And the Las Vegas Showgirls have hit Perth in a splash of colour with their fabulous headdress and hot pink cabaret outfits. These girls are from the Up-Tempo Dance Studio.
And up next, some of our friends from Summer Bay.
Yes, all the way from home and away, Vinnie and Justine, otherwise known as Ryan Quanton and Bree Desborough. They've come all the way to Perth to wish everybody a wonderful festive season. And of course, Paula, they hope that we all keep watching Home and Away on Channel 7 next year.
And here we have Danilo, dressed up as Carmen Miranda, Queen of the Bananas. And amongst other things, there's 450 colourful Christmas balls on that outfit.
Spectacular, and the combined pipes feature some old regulars. They're up next to the pageant, and we welcome the new ones as well, the City of Coburn and Mercedes College, who have combined with the City of Wanneroo and Iona College pipes. And of course, we thank them for joining in this year's Christmas pageant.
From the WA Academy of Irish Dance, we see some Colleens from the Emerald Isle, dressed beautifully in black and gold and embroidered Irish dresses of traditional design.
And direct from the Channel 7 canteen, 3 little pigs. Actually, they're not that little, are they, Paula? Now, they're huffing and puffing, but they can't blow the house down. This float brought to us by our major sponsors, the RAC. They're there for you. And we say hello to the students on board from Dance Force.
And we see some more Irish Colleens from Showtime Children's Club, dressed in beautiful emerald green dresses with white caps and fur. Showtime Children's Club operates out of Armidale for children 5 years and up.
Now, we'd need some little jockeys for these horses, wouldn't we? The Miniature Horse Association, founded 16 years ago, And the horses have a very loving nature and make lovely pets for children. Their height ranges from 25 inches to more than 34 inches.
And here comes the brightest bus in town from the magical world of Toys R Us. Upstairs is Jeffrey the giraffe with lots of little friends, tonight dressed as the Flintstones, the shoemaker, the Copacabana kids and the Farmyard gang from Dance Gallery. They look like they're having loads of fun up there.
Good fun on that bus, that's for sure. Jeffrey the giraffe up the top. He's got to duck his head every time he goes underneath those Christmas decorations.
I hope he does.
I have that problem, Paula. And now we have some students from the Gangini Dance and Entertainment celebrating 25 years of dance, dressed in wonderful tangerine costumes with that fantastic Latin American feel.
And on his best behaviour tonight is Channel 7 lovable character Fat Cat, and driving his car is best friend Mandy.
The City of Perth Brass Band have been a musical force in Perth since 1898, during which time they've won many accolades. Their blue jackets and black trousers have been familiar for many years at this year's parade. Their musical director, none other than Bill Farrell.
And now, boys and girls, he's that grand old gentleman, Father Christmas himself, this year assisted by students from the Gangini School of Dance.
Now, each year, Father Christmas travels from the North Pole to appear in our parade and to remind boys and girls to be on their very best behaviour. So, Paula, pay attention.
I'm always good.
Father Christmas is also here to spread the good news that Christmas Day will soon be with us, a day of goodwill, of giving and receiving. So thanks for coming to our pageant, Father Christmas. And children, don't forget to leave something to eat and drink for him on Christmas morning when he comes down your chimney.
But now it's goodbye, girls and boys, as we farewell the 1999 RAC Channel 7 Christmas pageant. From all of us at Channel 7, we trust we've brought you and your family some of the joys of the festive season. And we wish you the compliments of the season and a safe and happy year 2000.
Merry Christmas, everyone.